Some days, you're asked to do something like dissect a pig. Other days, you go on to make very good friends. And some days, friends and pig dissection just don't mix. And while you enjoy the company of your friends most days, you tend to go crazy if your grade is on the line. And while you may get a good grade in the end, you end up doing stuff you wouldn't normally do in order to get there. Some days you end up causing more harm than good when you're trying to do your own thing. You end up unintentionally doing some harm to something incredibly beautiful. And then that beauty loses meaning. That beauty used to be part of something greater. Like flowers and birds complementing nature. But then that beauty becomes flat and two-dimensional. That beauty in a way becomes abstracted. You become lost in the abstraction and don't know what the meaning is anymore. And sometimes you don't even know what you're looking at or where it comes from. You begin to wonder if this is the doing of the digital world, or if robots have come in and taken control of your understanding of what life is. Technology is the reason dogs have been sent into space and are now driving cars in commercials. But in truth, the concept of dogs are not as black and white as we see them to be. Dogs are much more complex and each have their own stories to tell. Such is the case with humans. We as humans have our own twists and turns we need to work out. We each have our own styles and textures, as well as our own tastes, whether it be an elegant tea or the simple snack of a pickle. Either way, we have many twists and turns we must take to find our inherent beauty. We are a collection of different items that come together to make something great. Our collections may not always make sense, like dogs and snowmen, but that is why we must reflect on our experiences with the world. Like what we have done with our experience with nature, and how we are just a speck in the grand scheme of what nature has to offer. In the end, all we really want to do is something great with our lives. Something that'll help us stand out, despite how absurd it seems. We want to create something meaningful, even if we may seem bland to everyone else. We all want to find our own voice and do what makes us happy, even if what we want seems impossible to most people. So now is the time to rise up and do our own thing. So quit sitting around wondering what you're gonna do. Go out and make something meaningful. Don't worry about what everyone else is doing. Just be happy doing your own thing. It doesn't matter if it looks perfect. As long as what you're doing makes sense to you, and you find people that appreciate what you're doing, you'll be happy with your end result.